Hello, hello. This is Jen. I hope everybody's good. I'm here with an energy update, so welcome if you're new. Welcome back if you're not new. Thank you for being here. So, in my last video, I said that I would be back before the eclipse, and I just couldn't make it. So, here I am after the eclipse, and that's what I want to talk about. I hope you all were able to enjoy this grandiose experience that we all been through. And on the morning of, my first thought was how the world was uniting as one to watch this event. And then my following thoughts were, what if we could do that for everything? What if we could unite like this in hard moments, hardships? What if we could unite like this with a very high intention of peace, collaboration, unity, oneness, like all the time? I don't know how you all's experience was, but mine was amazing, and that's what I want to share today. So I didn't look at the eclipse. I didn't have any glasses. It never was my intention to look at it. My intention was to meditate during the eclipse. And where I'm located, it was a portal that opened for about 2 hours, starting at 2:15 or so p.m. Eastern time on Monday and lasting 2 hours. So I started meditating a few minutes before the event. And my friends, oh my God, I don't have the words to describe my experience. First of all, it was the best meditation I've ever had in my life. It literally felt like I was being held by God, by Source, by the universe. It felt like the portal was opened so wide that I could access levels that are a little bit more difficult to access outside of these events. And why I want to talk about this is not to brag about my experience. I just want to share the love that I received from Source. And if we can remember that these energies will unfold for the next 6 months, why don't we try to make the best out of it? Because we're going to see a lot of different things, a lot of very peaceful moments and a lot of chaotic moments. And oh my God, I'm going to feel it. Excuse me, like I'm going to sneeze. I'm sorry. That took me by surprise. All right, so what was I saying? These energies, I'm not gonna edit that. I don't feel like editing that. I mean, I'm human. These things happen. So what was I saying? These energies will unfold for the next 6 months, and it's gonna be like, on one end, very peaceful, very beautiful, and on the other end of the spectrum, very chaotic. But the most important part is not to hang on to the chaos, but just move through, like swift through. That's the exact word that I was giving, swift through. Just like you would when you do your cleaning, you would just like use your Swiffer and just move the dust around, take the dust away. So yeah. So I meditated for 2 hours. This is not unusual for me, but what happened during the meditation, I'm telling you, I don't have the words to describe that. The feeling of oneness that I experienced is beyond what my mind can grasp. Only my body, my heart, and the intelligence of my body can comprehend that. So if you feel like it, I'm very curious to see how you experience that. Leave a comment below. to tell me what was going on for you. And also, um, if you have any questions or subjects that you want me to touch on, please leave a comment and I will respond to that. So in my meditation, I had prepared myself in advance. I worked on not only my intentions for me, but for the world. I meditated for a lot of things for the world. And feeling the depth of unconditional love that Source has for each and every one of us is like, see, that's the thing, there's no human experience for that. Like eating the best chocolate cake you've ever had, like having the best sex you've ever had, hearing the best song you've ever heard, seeing the most beautiful scenery, flowers that you've never seen, and beyond. So my message here is, please never feel alone, never feel disconnected. Always know that the universe has your back. Always know that we're all here, brothers and sisters, living our lives, maybe in a lot of different ways, but we're all here doing the same thing, which is pursuing our mission. It's time, my friends, to align with our missions, to align with our hearts, to be kind to one another, to smile at a stranger, to hold the door to the person behind, to help, to support, to love, without conditions, without judgment, without ego. So basically living a heart-based life, right? Basically, to put it in simple words. In my meditation, I've known that before, but I was shown how important it is to do our work and to work on ourselves, because when we do so, it's being uploaded in the field, the unified field that unites us with everything in the universe and each and every one of us. So what you do affects me. What I do affects you. What we do affects one another. And with that being said, for the next 6 months, if we could just like start our day with the awareness that this field is very real. It's up there, we cannot see it, we cannot touch it, but it's very, very real. So each decision, each action that you make during your day goes in the field. It goes in the field. Just think about it for a second. So how do you want your footprint to be in that field? Do you want it to be positive, unconditionally loving, or do you want it to be something else? For me, the decision is super easy. It's not even a decision for me. It's just something I embody, and it's unconditional love. But for sure, I'm human, and I have an ego, and sometimes my ego is hurt. Sometimes my ego feels like it's being stabbed in the back, and I react. And that's okay. What matters is what you do after. If you can realign yourself, if you can give apologies, if you can ask for forgiveness, and make sure that you never do the same thing again, is what matters. But I was also told during this meditation that it's time to let go. Let go, let go, let go, let go, just let go. Let go Let go of that story that your mind has made up. Let go of that story that your ego has been playing, whispering in your ear. Let it go. It's not worth it to hold on to it. In fact, it's going to take a lot more energy to try to hold on to it than just letting it go. Yeah, you're going to say, but how do I let it go when it hurts so much? I know, I've been there multiple times. It's very difficult at times, and the only way out is through. The only way out is by feeling, by processing those feelings and emotions, by using your heart or whatever senses you want to use to visualize a better outcome. You're not your story. You are not. It made you who you are, but you are not this story. So at this point, if it feels right for you, ask the universe, ask Source to release all that no longer serves you, to make space for what serves you, for what you want to manifest and bring to the 3D plane. And mind you, the 3D plane is not the same that we've known before this eclipse. I cannot even say it's 3.5, D, 3.5D plane. It's not. It's almost like 4D or even 5D for some people, or higher for other people. And it doesn't matter because these are all labels. It's as a whole, as a family, the big family that we are, that we will be able to achieve higher level of consciousness collectively, individually, higher levels of self-awareness, higher levels of unconditional love. And it starts with you. If you want to receive unconditional love, you must be unconditional love. You must fall in love with all your dark sides, your shadows, the stuff that you don't like. You need to fall in love with it. And as I'm saying this, I'm being shown the most cruel actions that humans can do to one another. Such things as rape, stealing from someone, lying to someone. Let that go. Let it go. Ask your higher self to help you release that. Connect to your heart with the intention that you're releasing at the root cause, so that you can embody more light within. Let it go. Decide that it's time. Decide that you're ready to experience something else, which is not your story, which is not what happened to you. We've all been through hardships. That's why we decided to incarnate on this earth. It wasn't to go through hardships, but it was to go through the experience. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger. And remember my story about my jaw? I feel totally different about it. The part that I still had to work on was gratitude for what I've been through. So my message here is, my friends, it's time to embody a lot of gratitude. A lot of it. It's not an easy process, but trust me, it's going to get easier. Over the next 6 months, it's a perfect time and window to release these things and to do that kind of work at your own pace. There's no rush. 6 months is just an indicator. Let me say it this way. It's not necessarily a fixed or something that is closed. It's just something that we say, but if you're not done within the 6 months, it doesn't mean you won't be able to accomplish this kind of work. And trust me, you can. You really, really can. Trust me, you do. You really do. So if lately you have been feeling sluggish, extremely tired, extreme ups and downs, unable to sleep, unable to process a lot of things, all of this should get a lot easier now. So it's time to sit down and go to work. Journal, meditate, cook, run, play golf, basketball, baseball, whatever. Whatever rocks your boat to get these emotions out, and use these memories as stepping stone to propel you forward into a higher consciousness, a higher or faster ascension. During the eclipse, all the possible entities, ascended masters, entities that never been incarnated on earth, aliens, all of them were present, watching us. And everybody in the universe, for that matter, was present watching this event. So I know that for some of us, our lives are very difficult or very dense, and they ask for a lot of energy. But there are multiple other dimensions and higher planes than the one we're in here. So if you can take that into perspective or keep that into mind when you are having a hard time, when you are feeling stuck, when you are in a rut, basically, try to elevate. Elevate, elevate, elevate. That's the word for the next 6 months. Elevate. Elevate everything. Elevate your game on everything. The stuff you eat, the way you cook, your bedtime routine, your whatever, the way you dress, whatever. Elevate. Elevate, elevate, elevate. Because the information is there. Easy to access. Or easier to access than it never been. Use it. Use what's available around. There are a lot of things. And be ready, because a lot of people are going to have a really big third eye opening. And of course, to get to that level, it starts with a heart opening. And for us to live a heart-based life. And for that to start, it may show up as hardship, but don't hang on to it. Just think that there's a higher purpose to this, there's a bigger picture to this, and focus on that to move forward. We're in these energies like a big ocean, like a big river, a big wave supporting us. Our only job is to lean back, lean in, and allow that forward movement to take us where we want. So do what you need to do to get there. How you get there doesn't matter, really. What matters is that we take baby steps. Because no matter how much work we do, we're often called to take baby steps, because sometimes it's just like too big of a chunk to take everything all at once. There's a saying, I don't know if it exists in English, but in French it does exist, like, you don't eat an elephant in one bite. You eat an elephant one bite at a time, right? So focus on that. Don't try to jump ahead. Don't try to go faster. Just breathe in those really sweet energies, because trust me, they're so sweet, so really sweet. And you're going to start seeing how sweet they are by interacting with people, by being in public, interacting with strangers and stuff like that. Just go to the store here. You're going to feel a major difference in how people act, in their presence and their energy. So just take your time, do things right. This is sacred. Do things in a sacred way, and the universe will reply back to that. This is the level where we need to be, my friends. Just taking a simple breath is sacred. And that's what the universe wants us to know and to remember every day of our lives, into everything that we do, even in the most mundane stuff that we do as human beings. Take that into account, into awareness, into your heart, and see where it takes you. And you're going to find beautiful surprises at the end of the road. So that's it for now, people. Thank you for being here. You can follow me on social media at IndigoGirl555 on Instagram, IndigoGirl on Facebook. You can reach out by email at IndigoGirl555 at gmail.com. And until the next time, be well.